Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. In today's episode, I'd love to talk about the memory banks of our children. You might be saying to yourself, what is that? Every day we make deposits into our children's memory banks, and some of them are deposits that our children will carry forward and remember for the rest of their lives, and others are deposits we may think they'll remember, and yet they don't really speak to them. But every day is an opportunity to make these memories count, to make legacies and childhood experiences with our children and for our children that speak to our children and are things they'll carry forward. It's what I like to call their highlight reel, things they carry on that spark them, not only today, but down the road, to still speak about, to still share, to remember clearly as something that was so important in their lives. I remember distinctly one that I made unknowingly with my children when we went to stay at my parents' beach house for a week in the middle of March on the New Jersey shore when it was very cold and it rained the entire week. We were there for 5 days. So here we were in a house for 5 days. My children were 9 and 12, and there was no technology. The internet had been turned off, and at that time, I don't think they had cell phones, but we didn't have any technology. We weren't watching TV, we weren't playing video games. We had to create our own playtime, and it was raining outside and bitter cold. What we did for 5 days was we colored. There was tons of coloring books in the house. We were always big fans of coloring, and many different types of crayons and colored pencils. So my children and I, the three of us, sat at the kitchen counter for these 5 days, not every moment, but many moments, coloring and making beautiful pictures, really engaged in what we were doing in art. And then we hung them all over my parents' kitchen, decorating as if we had just made masterpieces, which of course we did. This was an incredible time in their lives, I believe, but mine too, because the connection was so deep in making this memory, in doing this activity together. Sometimes talking, sometimes silence took over, but we were all truly engaged in the activity. And if I asked my children today what was one of their highlights about their spring break vacations, they would remember and they would share how much enjoyment they received from these particular days. And so did I. Making deposits into our children's memory banks is not about going to the store and buying them gifts, toys, clothing, jewelry, or whatever it is they want. Memories are made through time spent together, in my opinion. Things that spark our children and help them to remember their childhood in a way that really is beautiful. It's like a gift. It's something they can take forward and share with their children, and perhaps even make a memory similar with their own children. So when you think about your day-to-day activities and you think about the life and times with your children, ask yourself, what memories do they currently have in their memory bank? And perhaps ask your children, because they can be your greatest source of making these memories and understanding what really sparks them and speaks to them. But these are great opportunities to create these beautiful memories. One of my clients recently shared with me that she asked her son if she could play video games with him. He lit up She said his face told such a story about how incredible this would be, that she would want to spend time in his world because, of course, that's not the world we parents spend time in. And when she engaged and played, he taught her and shared with her all the things that were important to him that he had learned. He was glowing, she recounted. These are memories. This is perhaps a memory that will be deposited into his memory bank, that he will take forward and recount later in life about the time his mother played these games with him. In our children's lives, they pick and choose what to take forward, but we are part of the process in actually developing these memories by spending time in their world, enjoying the things they enjoy, being part of our children's lives, day to day, moment to moment, not just in making food, doing laundry, being the chauffeur, bringing friends to our house, taking them to friends' houses, but truly making lasting memories. What is it that you've created in your children's lives? What are some of the memories that you think they're taking forward in their life to perhaps pass on to their children? And what would you like this to look like for your children? I challenge you to take a look at the memories that you're making and the memories that you can make, and look at this as a priority in your children's lives. It'll be amazing what you see and feel as you continue to create beautiful memories with your kids. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every moment is a new moment for conscious connections.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and review at iTunes or wherever you listen in. And be sure to visit DeCaroParentCoaching.com for a free download of 10 ways to connect with your child.